I've used to get lots of video requests asking me to discuss the nose and what makes the perfect attractive nose. Well, today I was doing some research into rhinoplasty surgery and what measurements the plastic surgeons use to give an attractive nose shape. And I was like, hey, I can finally do a video about this whole thing. The nose is one of the most things women are insecure about when it comes to their looks, because it can make or break their faces. And they go the most for rhinoplasty. Fun fact, rhinoplasty in 2020 was done 352,555 times, the most common cosmetic surgery in the United States. So if you think this video will make your insecurities about your nose worse, then don't watch it. And for those who would like to support the channel and get a private face evaluation with lookmarks and advice, link will be down in the description. Without further ado, let's get this video started. Because the nose sits right at the center of our faces, it is a crucial part for our facial attractiveness and beauty. And the number of rhinoplasties being done each year in the thousands can testify for what I just said. According to research done on the subject matter, there are a few factors that contribute to making an attractive nose shape. Research indicates that the ideal nose for a female is a ski slope nose, but this isn't always possible or desired. Before deciding on a new nose shape, you must look at proportions first. The same shape and size of nose does not suit everyone. This is why when I assess a face, I just don't measure the nose by itself and mark it. I look at the proportions of the rest of the face as well, then decide if the nose is attractive or not. So how do plastic surgeons measure if your nose is attractive or not? Well, plastic surgeons assess facial symmetry by visually dividing the face into parts. And I've discussed this on my golden ratio video. The face gets divided horizontally and vertically using neoclassical facial canons. These measurements help see the ideal positioning and size of the nose. Yet with plastic surgery, it is not possible to move the placement of the nose, so these tools are helpful for assessing the nose tip and the nostril width. The rules include: horizontal thirds of the face are also called equal thirds of the face. An attractive and proportionate face has been defined by the rule of thirds. This principle states that in most attractive faces, forehead height should be 1/3 of the total height of the face, and approximately equal in height to the mid and lower face. The best balance of facial aesthetics exists when the face can be divided into 3 equal horizontal dimensions, from the chin to the bottom of the nose, from the bottom of the nose to the brow, and from the brow to the hairline. If certain facial features are out of proportion to others, the overall facial harmony can be improved by bringing these aspects of the facial features back into proportions. According to this rule, the nose should be 1/3 of the overall face height. Furthermore, nice noses should be similar in height to the upper and lower face. The more balanced these proportions are, the more attractive a person is considered to be. If the nasal tip extends below the nostrils, the surgeon can remove the amounts of cartilage on the nose tip. This is helpful to achieve more vertical symmetry in someone's face. Vertical fifths of the face. The vertical facial fifths rule refers to splitting the face into fifths. These fifths are roughly 1 eye length wide. This method suggests that the ideal nasal width is equal to the middle fifth of the face, and this is equal to the width of the person's eyes. If the nasal width is too wide nose, otoplasty can reduce it. This involves reducing the size of the nostrils to create a narrower appearance. If the nose is too narrow, cartilage can be added to build up the width and achieve a better facial balance. The perfect nose. Much of the research done around the ideal nose shape is mathematical proportions and angles. Some studies use computer-generated models of faces to find the most attractive nose shape. One study found that the most beautiful noses had a particular angle between the brow and the tip of the nose. Other researchers have looked at the angle between the upper lip and the nose, known as the nasolabial angle, to find the most ideal nose shape. This research compared the nose shapes between genders and concluded the factors that makes a beautiful nose in men and women. The research article by Rhinology Online concluded that a beautiful nose is defined by a nose length that is 0.67 times mid-facial height, a straight dorsum or a straight dorsum that reduces approximately 2 mm below the tip of the nose. The projection of the nose measured from the alar crease is 0.55 to 0.60 of the nasal dorsal length, a nasolabial angle of 95 to 115 degrees in women and 90 to 95 degrees in men. The angle the nose makes with the forehead, the nasofrontal angle, is within 115 to 130 degrees in general. More obtuse angles look better on women and more acute ones on men. The comella show should be 2 to 4 mm. This refers to how much of the inner lining of the nostril are visible on the profile view. As you can see, a beautiful nose isn't as simple as having the right shape. There are many factors that contribute to a pretty nose. This includes symmetry, proportions, and angles. The most beautiful noses are those that are in balance with the rest of the face. The most attractive nose shape for women. According to research, a button nose is considered to be the female perfect nose. This type of nose is lifted at the tip of the nose and has a smaller nasal bridge. A button nose is a type of nose that is small and round, similar to the shape of a button. This shape of the nose is very feminine and is often desired by women who are seeking to have a nose job. The most attractive nose shape for males. The perfect male nose is a nose that has an angle of 90 degrees from the nasal tip to the top lip. Furthermore, long, straight, and downward pointing noses are regarded as manly and attractive. A nose tip that extends approximately 2 mm below the tip of the nose is also attractive. What parts of the nose can rhinoplasty change? A nice nose should match the rest of the person's face instead of focusing on specific angles. When a patient seeks to change the shape of their noses, they request changes to the few areas. This includes the nose width. First and foremost, most individuals desire a slim nose. A rhinoplasty procedure can involve narrowing the overall width of the nose. The nose tip. Another desirable attribute is a defined nasal tip. Many people have thick nasal skin, making their nasal tip round rather than sharp. Dorsal hump. Bumps on the bridge of the nose are often undesirable. Many patients request that they have a smooth dorsal hump as part of their rhinoplasty. Narrower nostrils. The nostrils plays an important role in the cosmetic look of the face. Similar, smaller, or symmetrical nostrils may be achieved with an alveoplasty. The angle of the nose tip. This angle depends on your gender and your preferences for your nose appearance. A straight nasolabial angle appears more masculine, and a slight ski slope angle appears more feminine. The most important consideration is that your nose matches the rest of your face. Different types of noses. Noses come in a variety of size and forms. No two noses are the same, whether they are thin, broad, long, small, upturned, or crooked. The kind of nose you have depends on the size of your nasal bones and the quantity of cartilage in your nose. Here are the most prevalent kinds of noses. Upturned nose. The upturned nose is a petite nose with a projection tip at the end and depression in the nasal bridge. 13% of the world's population have this nose, and it is the most requested nose shape. Often this nose shape is associated with cute noses and is very sought after for women. Greek nose. The Greek or Mediterranean nose is an attractive nose with a completely straight line from the bridge to the tip. A characteristic trait of a Greek nose is that it has small nostrils, which is a popular request from rhinoplasty patients. Aquiline or Roman noses. This shape of this nose has a pronounced bridge in a curved or bent shape. The name aquiline comes from the Latin language meaning eagle-like. Hawk noses have a rounded and downturned nose tip. Nubian nose. A Nubian nose is a long nose with a wide base, which is typical among ethnic groups with darker skin tones. People with this nose frequently get their nostrils narrowed in order to get a narrower nose width. The most beautiful nose shape. While the above consideration can be helpful in deciding on a pretty nose, the perfect nose blends in with other features of the face as well. A good nose is one that is suitable for a given face. This depends on the gender and the overall dimensions of the face. For example, men can escape with larger noses, but I can't say the same for women. That's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. A like and subscribe will be highly appreciated. And like usual, catch you guys in the next one.